Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. Hope all is well. We are going into another game tomorrow. Colorado versus Baylor. The battle of the 2-1s. They both have the same record. They're both 2-1. This game kicks off at 8 p.m. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to stream it just because I got a couple copyrights. But anyway, I will be live post game to check out the press conferences and stuff like that. But Baylor's 2-1. They're playing at Colorado, Folsom Field. Their head coach is Dave Aranda. So we're going to get a little bit into him and figure out where he's coming from and talk about the keys to victory. This is just my humble opinion. These keys to victory is my humble opinion. And that's pretty much it. What's going on, Warren, DJH, Shara King, how you doing? Midwife, how you doing? Yeah, so the picture in the background is by me, of course. I took the picture just when I was in New York City. One of my many trips up there. I'm from that area, so now you see the Yankee hat. Always got to represent Yankees, you know what I mean? So yeah. But keys to, well, first, let's see here. The head coach, Baylor, Dave Aranda. His bowl record is 14-12. That's his bowl record. All right. So as far as his record with Baylor is 25-26. All right. 47 years old. Coaching career, he started out in 95 for a high school. Then from 96 to 99, Cal Lutheran. 2000 to 2002, Texas Tech. Graduate assistant. 2003 to 2004, Houston. He's a linebackers coach. 2005 to 2006, back at Cal Lutheran as a defensive coordinator and linebackers coach. Let's see, where's his notable places? Hawaii, defensive lineman coach. Then he was up. Then he went to defensive coordinator. Utah State defensive coordinator. Wisconsin defensive coordinator and inside linebackers coach. From 2016 to 2019, he was with LSU, defensive coordinator, linebackers coach. And from 2020 to present, Baylor's coach. Head coaching record 25-26. Bowls 1-1 as far as with Baylor. Championships in 2021, Big 12. And he was the AP Big 12 Coach of the Year in 2021. Paul Bear Bryant Award Program for Big 12 Coach of the Year in 2021. George Munger Award 2021. So that's the coach. Let's look at the team though. They're both 2-1. So Baylor, like I said, they're back on the come up. Since they're both 2-1, they're trying to have a little comeback season as well. What's up, Liz? You found me here, huh? What's up, Dennis? What's up, Warren? What's up, James? So yeah, they're trying to come back. Now, the keys to victory, I'm gonna start with Baylor. Run, 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 and more run. They're probably gonna run the ball. They need some defensive stops. That's going to be a tall task because Colorado wide receiver room is really good. So they're going to have a tall task there. But their key is to stop Colorado and try to get to the quarterback. That's what they're going to have to do. If they can get to the quarterback, things can happen. So that's the keys for them. Get to the quarterback, stop the run. Well, stop those receivers. And they want to run the ball to take the time off the clock. So that's Baylor. Colorado, on the other hand, run the ball. Do just like they did last week. Okay? But even better. Do what you did last week, but even better, meaning the running back should get even more touches. You went to Baylor, midwife? A friend of mine went to Baylor. I didn't know you went to Baylor. She said, I went to Baylor, so I'll sit this one out. And you a bear. I didn't know you was a bear. Okay. Friend of mine, guys, is went to Baylor. She went to Baylor. What's up, Anthony McDonald? How you doing? You said they ran 19 times last week. Make the defense respect you. So that's Colorado. That's what they got to do. Run the ball. Run it more than they did last week. And then it makes it really simple for the offensive line. That's it. It makes it really simple. Really, they just have to run the ball. That's it. I like how the defense is looking right now for Colorado. All they have to do is run the ball. Make this a balanced game. If they make this a balanced game, then it'll get ugly, whatever, and then they can air it out if they want. That's just my opinion on it. All throughout Big 12 play, they're going to have to run the ball. Now, if they can air it out early and get up early, then so be it. As long as you don't get to the quarterback. As long as the quarterback is safe. Oh, you was there when RG3 was there? That's when he won the Heisman Trophy, midway. So you went there when RG3 was there. Okay. So yeah, they got to run the ball against Baylor. You can't take the team lightly because they're going to come in. It's on primetime TV. It's going to be at 8 p.m. on national TV. They're looking to win. Because I'm thinking about it. If I was on the opposing team, I'm looking to have a really big game here because it's on TV, primetime TV. Okay. So I'm looking to have a really big game and I'm looking to show out. That's pretty much it. This is my bowl game right here. This is the game where I can get some national recognition. I don't know how many times Baylor is going to be on national TV. I'm not sure. But if this is the only time, they got to make it count. Okay. Like I said, Colorado, they just got to run the ball. That's the only thing I think. They just got, but if they can air it out and win that way, then so be it. But if they can't, if Shador is getting hit, they got to run the ball for sure. Because that's going to be everybody's game plan. Even though last week Colorado State wasn't able to do that, but other teams are going to try to do it, and you just got to run the ball. But that's it. That's pretty much it. I like what the defense is doing, McKinney and company. I think Shiloh's going to be out again, but Stoutmeyer stepped up, played really solid. Travis is being Travis. So that's pretty much it. Their only job is to be healthy and run that ball. You said this is a big test to shut the haters up. The haters ain't gonna ever shut up. And my thing is, just you gotta let the haters do their job, or you just gotta let them do their job, really. But it's not gonna shut up the naysayers. It's not. It's not gonna shut up the naysayers. It just really isn't. They're gonna say that Baylor wasn't strong enough, but then they're gonna say their first test is gonna be Kansas State. That's what they're gonna say. So we already know that. So I don't worry about that. But I do know one thing though. If Colorado get to that Big 12 game and win it, I am booking a trip out of the country ASAP. because I've already put an early bet on them winning the Big 12. They win the Big 12. I'm packing my bags. I'm telling you, I am. It's gonna be so crazy where I'm booking my ticket right then and there, and I am headed out of the country just for a little while, just to get my bearings back, just for a little while, because I haven't had an international flight in a long time, and I'm due for one. So just to get my bearings back, um, you know, my travels will be secretive. You ain't gotta know where I'm at, but just know it's gonna be a beach. And just know when it's nighttime, your time, when it's 12 a.m. your time, or when it's 8 p.m. your time, it's 8 a.m. my time. Just know that. It'll be 8 a.m. my time. And I'll be right on the beach having me some breakfast, vlogging and thanking this team. But actually, I had said if they win the Big 12 title game, I think I have to go to a playoff game, at least one, okay, before I leave. I have to. Because they win the Big 12 title, you know what that means. You know what that means, right? That means they're in the playoffs. So I have to go to that first playoff. I have to. Even if I got to scout some tickets. And then after that, I might just leave from the airport there and just go about my business. You know what I'm saying? Go on about my business and talk about the next playoff game from the scooch. Okay, I'm off to the scooch. I'm off to the scooch, and you ain't got to know where I'm at. You just know I'm far, far away, kicked up, and I ain't trying to get no Diddy trouble. If you understand what I'm saying to you, I'm not trying to get no Diddy trouble, but I am gonna have my feet kicked up. That's right. So, and I'm gonna have to make a video publicly thanking the team. Thank you very much. You guys don't sent this man off to the scooch, and I appreciate you. And that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I plan to do. And this team is very close to doing it now. Oh yeah, they're very close to doing it. Let me tell you why. If history repeats itself, he's in the Big 12 title game. If history repeats itself, and there's a method to his madness. He works psychology on these players. He does. You said Shador will likely check out of the run if it looks like if they're playing the run, they got to stick to the run. You say it looked like what you mean? You say he'll likely check out of the run? Check out of run if it looks like they're playing the run. Oh, you're trying to say he might check out of the run if it looks like Baylor is playing the run. Even if Baylor is playing the run, there's things you can do to still run. Because if they check out of the run, now Baylor's in business. All they got to do is just sit up there and throw the house now. Okay. But if they throw the house, they got to be careful. Because I honestly believe they added something to their passing game to stop that damn blitz. I honestly did. They did it last week. He just dumped it in the flat. I saw it. Shador sure did dump that in the flat, and he had some nice short passes. Some nice short passes to his receivers. He even threw it to the tight end at one time. So he's the type you got to be careful if you throw the house at him and he got time. If you throw the house at him, you better get him. You better get him within a second or two. If not, then it's easy 15, 20 yards easy. Or he might just throw a bomb on you. So we'll see what happens. But I think this is a really good game to just rock out with the run. I really do. Rock out with the run, and everything else is everything at that point. I don't think Shiloh, there he is right there. I don't think he's coming back. I think he'll be back after the bye week. So he'll be back after the bye week. He do have the cast off, but when he play, he'll have something on that arm though, wrapped up a certain way. But other than that, look for him to come back after the bye week. To be back in action. I think he said he's getting all the treatment and everything, so he should be good. But yeah, just stop the run. And it's not like a rock. I mean, you don't gotta be a rocket scientist to figure this out. They just got to keep the defense guessing, because Baylor is going to come with a plan to try to get to him. That's their plan. We're going to try to sit up here and get to him. And if we get to him early, then they run the ball, and then something, I don't know, they might hope something to happen. But that Colorado defense, though, is they're clicking and working at the right time now. Okay, they finally got great linebacker play. You ain't got to worry about the linebackers no more. You don't have to worry about them. Didn't that kid, that linebacker, did he come from Michigan State? I mean, Michigan? Didn't one of their linebackers come from Michigan? If I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Did he come from Michigan? But what is his name? They got a linebacker. He kind of reminded me of Ray Lewis a little bit. Kind of looked like him a little bit. But Hillgreen, he came from Michigan. Oh yeah, he got all the experience in the world. He won a national championship. Holy crap! Yeah, he was on a national championship team. Oh man, yeah, they're very good at linebacker. I don't know why he didn't start from the gate. How come he didn't start from the gate? He should have been starting from the gate, but I don't think they're gonna never ever take him out the game now. He fresh off a national champion. Yeah, he's ready. He's one step away from the NFL. One step away now. He probably leave after this year. Definitely gonna get drafted. Definitely. So they got a good linebacker. I like what Bentley is doing. So we ain't got to worry about the linebackers. We don't have to worry about the secondary. And the defensive line is, yeah, they good, man. They good in the defensive department. Yeah, they're good. They're good with the offensive line. I never thought the offensive line was the problem. It was just the running game. That's it. They got a complete team now. They do. They have enough. They have a complete team to make a run. To make a run and get it done now. They just gotta if they see Shador getting hit early, go back to the running game. That'll take care of that. But now that they switch Rock over to guard, and yeah, they're not gonna have no problems. Now I don't foresee any problems going on right now. Now I don't know. I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is the only thing that I'm thinking about. The last thing they got to do. I don't know if I should. The last thing, guys, the last thing they need to do now is move Khalil back to right tackle and bring Tyler Johnson in. Now they're getting ready to make a run now. The man can play, guys. He can play. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened here. I don't know why he's not playing. I don't know if he's coming back from an injury. But he had his helmet on every game. So if he's standing there fully suited up with his helmet on, he's not injured. I don't know why he's not playing. He has the NFL grades. Don't know why he's not playing. And I'm going to say this to the coaches, man. I don't know, when you got a kid that comes over. No, I'm not going to say this to the coaches. This is just my opinion. I'm not have to say nothing to the coach. This is my opinion right here. Here's what I would do. Well, I wouldn't even say here's what I would do. He has the size. He has the size. I think that's the missing link. That's the missing link is him. And I saw his film breakdown. The guy ain't no joke. The guy is no kind of joke. Why is he not playing? It's not. I don't think it's because of his play. I think something happened. I don't think it's because of his play, man. And I want to say this to the coaches: if you feel like you're not going to play a guy, you might want to send him back. Don't let him stay on the team, and especially if he has NFL potential. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like Hill Green should have been starting. He should have been starting, man. But he's gonna. I'm assuming he's starting this week. I'm assuming. Okay, you guys got to start number 7. Look, if they start number 7, well, the freshmen too, in conjunction, they got 3 running. They got a nice rotation at running back, right? But number 7, I'm talking about, he has the potential to have over 100 yards for the game. He has the potential. He has the size and everything. They got to give him a chance. If he's in the game and they move Khalil to right tackle and bring Tyler Johnson in, they are now ready for the Big 12 title. They're now ready for it. Shador's not going to get touched. He's not going to get touched at all. At all. And I guess they feel, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. You said if Robertson struggles, they'll bring in Finn. Yeah, they got 2 quarterbacks. So yeah, if one struggled, they'll bring the other one in. But the other one had got hurt. But I guess he coming back. You said got to start Hayden. I don't know. Like, that's the thing. If you got to let the running back get in rhythm, I don't think the coaches realize it, dog. I'm being honest with y'all. I don't think they know that. I don't think they realize it. You got to let the running backs get in rhythm. And I honestly think, okay, we'll see what happens this weekend. But they literally have the team now. They literally have the team. They got depth and everything. But I don't know what's going on with Tyler Johnson, man. I honestly think he might be the best offensive lineman they have. That's crazy. And he's sitting the bench. But because he if he's in the game, I don't think Shador is going to get touched at all. At all. I don't think he's going to get touched at all. So look for that. Maybe we'll see him at some point. But if we don't see him for the whole season, this is his last year eligibility. Like, why not? Like, see, that's what I don't understand. If somebody came to the team as a grad, so he got 1 year left, nah, you can't let him sit the bench. I don't know how they do that. I mean, did he mouthed off to somebody? You gotta let that shit go, especially if he can play. Because I'm telling you guys, these coaches, they were not choir boys when they were in college. I'm telling you, they weren't. They were not. They were not. And also, the 80s was a different time. You ain't go to school in the 80s. A lot of players didn't go to school. I'm just telling y'all that, man. They didn't go to school in the 80s, man. They didn't. And the 90s. It was a whole big problem with that. Some of these players, they went there to play football and that's it. This a different kind of time now. So I don't know what the hell he did. I don't know. But I went back and said, maybe he ain't do so well. Man, I look, his film is all that. His film is all that. But maybe he just ain't cutting it here. I don't know. I don't know. But I honestly feel like they have the potential for two not to get touched at all. So you said allegedly they mama bought that Benz. What are you talking about, Don Corleone? Who mama bought a Benz? You said it's the standard film study and practice determines if you start or plays, not if you're a superstar. Sometimes you gotta put them in a meeting. You either gotta sit them down in a meeting because he already got the resume that he can play. You know what I'm saying? He already got it. I don't know. In the 80s, these guys a lot of them didn't go to school. I'm just telling y'all that. And these big universities, they ain't go to class, man. I'm just telling y'all, man. A lot of them didn't. Some of them did. Some of them did. But the 80s was a wild era. It was. 80s and 90s was wide open. But they cleaned it up, though. They cleaned it up. I remember North Carolina was having a scandal back when Julius Peppers were playing. That was the last time they had the scandal before they cleaned it up. They had satellite classes for students, like made up classes that they ain't even go to. Yeah, it was a whole big scandal, which I didn't agree with. You know, you got to have some type of education, at least. You know what I'm saying? My OG said, as long as you know how to add and subtract and read and comprehend, you are straight. That's what he told me. He said, you can start a business that way. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And he said, know the tax codes. And that's it. And use common sense. That's what he told me. But I don't know. So that's it. That's the only comment I got on the team. Other than that, everything looks good. Everything looks real good. You know what I'm saying? Everything looked real, real good. Yeah, he played basketball at North Carolina too. And, football, of course. You said, did you see Anquin Barnes was student of the month? Oh, nice. They got a lot of good students on this team. See, this era of college athletes, they're getting it right. They're graduating early. They're going to school year round. They're taking a lot of credits. They're graduating early so that if need be, they have an extra year. See, they give themselves an extra year because you can play as a grad student. You know what I'm saying? You can literally play another year as a grad student. So a lot of these players, like, they setting it up that way. And also, I'm not sure. I believe it's the case with Seton. He's a junior. You know what I'm saying? I believe he's a junior, Jordan Seton, as far as classes is concerned. I believe he's a junior. But on the field, he's a freshman. Because I'm not sure if it's him that took all AP classes. If it is, he got his associates already. That's what most of them are doing. A friend of mine's son did that. He's at Florida, but as a student, he's in his junior year. But on the team, he's a freshman. Well, he redshirted. He gonna redshirt this year. But yeah, he will be set to graduate next year. He'll be set to graduate, and on the field, he will be a freshman again. Ain't that something? Because he redshirting this year, so he still have 4 years, but he's planning to get his grad studies out the way, all for free. That's what he planned to do. He get all his grad studies out the way, and get it on their dime. So that's what he planned to do. So he took most AP classes, and how he did it, I did that too. My freshman in high school, I went to summer school, so I can get extra classes so that I can get all my credits. So by the time my junior year come, I had most of my credits. I mean, after the summer of my junior year, I had most of my credits. So that's what they're doing now. No, he don't got a weak degree. You don't have a weak degree. So not all football players are what you think they are. It's just a stereotype. Some of them don't have weak degrees. My friend's son don't have a weak degree. He has a chemistry. He's a chemistry major. He don't have a weak degree, but he's just a really good student. He's really a student athlete, not an athlete student. Some people are athlete students. He's a student athlete. He's there primarily for academics, because his thing is, if I can go there and get all this done off their dime, I'm good. So I don't have to wait. He said, then afterwards he can go to medical school. So he got his whole undergrad and his master's done for free. And then medical school, medical school costs. But he should be he should be on track. But school is easy to him. School is easy to him. His father did the same thing. When he played, he like literally rushed all his classes so he can get everything done on their dime, so he wouldn't have to pay for it, because he was on full scholarship. So he literally graduated early and then got his master's, and then he was done playing. So that's the goal. So some of these players, they're not worried about the NFL. They just want to hurry up and get that degree and whatever money they get for playing with the team, because they do get money. That back end money, they do get it. He lives in a condo. Like they got condos for the players. They don't live on campus. He lives off campus. In like a high rise condo. Like that's just what they got for the players. And I don't know if Kermani stayed there. I think he stayed somewhere else. I believe I believe he got his own house. I don't think he even lived on camp. I don't think he lived there. I think he lived near campus, I believe, but he got his own joint. It's not the school. But and he's a good student. He's a good student. That's something that they don't talk about. He's a really good student. He's on track to graduate early. He should be graduating before his junior year. But by his junior year, he should be graduating. These kids is on the money, man. They don't mess around when it comes to school. So this era of athletes got it right. Back in the 80s and stuff, some of them got it right, but the jocks, man, come on, man. They there to play football. So yeah. But a lot of these kids, their priority is not the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Their priority is getting that education for free. You know what I'm saying? For free, if they can. And then whatever back money they get, they can flip that. And that's it. Then you got some, obviously they on the fast track to the NFL. We know who those players are. It's just levels to it. But Yeah, most of these student athletes, they doing their thing, man. They taking advantage of that free education. You said being smart wasn't cool back then. Um, yeah, you're right, because look what they did to Myron Rolle from Florida State, because he was a Rhodes Scholar. And by the time his senior year, he had already graduated already. He was already into his master program. I think he had completed it. And then he went to Oxford. You remember they had that whole thing with him going to Oxford before the bowl game? Like, it was a potential of him missing the bowl game, but he had to go to Oxford for a few hours, a study, and he did it. But he came back for the bowl game. And then the NFL teams, you know what his only mark was? It wasn't his athleticism. It wasn't his play on the field, because it was stellar. You know what his knock was? His knock was, they don't know if he's dedicated to the game because he's smart. I swear to God, go look. Go look it up, man. They question his dedication to the game because, he had aspirations to go to medical school, which he did go to medical school. He's a surgeon now. They said that. But he did play in the NFL for a while. He did. But the NFL, he just happened to be a really good athlete. But his true aspirations was medical school. Um, and you've had players back in the day like that, like Alan Page. Alan Page was very smart. Like, there's a lot of smart players. But he was a beast on the field too, though. I love that combination. You said they were wondering when he went to law school. He probably did it on the off season, or went to night school. He was in a night program, maybe. You said this. You said same thing they tried with Jaylen Brown. They do it with all of them. That's smart. Like, they do it with all of them. It's always been that way. They question their dedication. It's just that, like, Jaylen Brown and a lot of them, they just good at football. They just naturally gifted at football, but they're bright students. Okay. He had a hard major too. What was his major? I forget his major. It was hard. That's why they started looking at him funny. His major was hard as fuck. But he can do both. Some people are just that bright. They can do both. They have gift in both. They just happen to be a really good athlete. Like, when I was coming up, my mother, before I played football or anything, I better had passed in that classroom. Oh, she wasn't gonna let me play. Period. She ain't give a damn what the coach said. So we automatically had to we didn't even need study hall. Our study hall was the threat of not playing. But yeah, there's been plenty of, like, student athletes, gifted. I'm talking about gifted student athletes over the years. Just like Steve Young, he was a lawyer. Um, it's a bunch of them. So I really like that type of athlete. Shiloh is one of them. Shiloh. He's one of them. He's one of them. He graduated early. He's one of those gifted students. Um, he's just quiet with his stuff. But yeah, it's just. But most of the athletes of today, they're like that. So I love that part of the game now, that they're taking their studies seriously. Um, just because if it's free, just take advantage of it if it's free. You know what I mean? So, and it keeps you out of trouble. So if you studying and you studying the playbook and practice, you ain't got no time to get in trouble. I don't see how. But yeah, I do like that with this modern athlete. I really do. Um, I forget what he majored in. Yeah, Travis is another one. He's like a gifted student slash athlete. He probably gonna graduate before the draft. I'm pretty sure of it. I'm pretty sure. Watch, I bet you he'll be graduating this year. Bet you he'll be graduating. He just super focused, man. He's just laser focused. And you don't see him going out to no clubs, nothing. You don't see none of that. You see him playing on that game though. So he do be doing that. But he get, that's his business, to play because he be on Twitch streaming. That's a business actually. You know, um, streaming like that. You get money to stream. So, but he's on the game. He's not really flashy or anything. That's why, if you notice, the writers can't say nothing about him. They can't. The only thing they say about him is, oh, he playing too much. That's the only thing they could say. He playing too much. But he liked to play. So they always got to find something. They said, well, they can't say nothing bad about it because he's a good kid. They like he played too much. He's gonna have to pick a side in the NFL. Not if he go to the Jets. If he can keep doing what he's doing, they probably let him do it. I'm pretty sure. You got to let him do it because if he can do something, we'll see. They'll tackle that when he get there. But as of right now, he likes playing all the whole damn game. He loves it. So just let him do it. He majored in advertising. You said Charlotte majored in advertising, came in not real school, very weak. What's very weak? But yeah, so that's what I like about these students, man. They just they doing their thing, man. They doing their thing and I love it. But they take advantage of because most of the classes are online. I remember I had went back to school. I went back later when I was older, and I loved the fact that all my stuff was online. Well, my labs and stuff I had to go in, but the lab work I had to go in, but everything else was online, man. I loved it. I may have had a few classes I had to go in, but I love because I'm self motivated. I work well on my own, and I loved every bit of it. What school did you go to? You said you was a chemistry major, not one college athlete in any class I ever took. I don't know when you went to school, but a lot of these classes are online. Um, some of the stuff I couldn't take online. Like you have to go in. You have a certain amount of hours for your chemistry and biology classes. You got to go in. You got to do your labs. I couldn't do my labs at home, nor did I want to. But other than that, everything was pretty good. Um, everything else is online. I loved it, man. It was like it was a dream come true. It was like, Now people are working from home, stuff like that. See, I wouldn't mind doing like everything at home, but I'm just like, self-motivated. I stick to a schedule and stuff. But yeah. Not bad. I had to sneeze, man. It was nice out today. Had been raining a lot, but it ain't. What's the weather like for the game? You remember Coach Prime had that press conference? They were talking about the rain. He was like, "I hope it ain't gonna rain." You said you study 24/7, no time for anything else but school. It's hard being a student athlete because they got to study just like you, and they have to like almost like go to work, so to speak. I think I take it as like they working. They got to play. They got to get in the playbook. Um, Lord forbid they got a girlfriend because they got to get in that playbook. Then they got to study, um, lift weights, go to team meetings. You really don't have no time for nothing else unless you're a really good manager of your time. If you're a good manager of your time, then you should be fine. You said 0% rain, but it's gonna drop to 41 degrees. Oh, that's perfect for football. 41 degrees is perfect. Perfect. You said, yeah, that's why they should be getting paid. It's super hard. Yeah, it's like they're just put it this way. Athletes, I'm talking about not just football players. I'm talking about whatever sport you're playing. Just put it this way. You have to get in your playbook, but now they got the iPads. So your playbook is in the iPad. So you got to get in your iPad, look at the playbook. You got to understand it. And then you got to go lift weights. Then you got to go to team practice. And then from there, you got to go to class because you can't miss no class. Because if you miss class, now you're off the team. So you got to go to class. And then after that, you got to make sure you pass your classes, which is not hard, to be honest with you. If you write a schedule, if you stick to a schedule. But if you just kind of wing it, nah, it ain't gonna work. You gotta have a schedule. Because I remember when I went to school, I had a schedule. And as long as you stick to the schedule, I'm talking I scheduled everything. I even scheduled time for taking a nap. I scheduled everything. Um, and that's pretty much it. And you got to put the work in, the hours of studying, depending on what subject. Some subjects come easier to certain people, but when I went back, I was paying for it. So I wasn't trying to fail nothing. Nope. Mm-mm. Now, when you go back as an adult, I was the one sitting right in the front, and I'll make him repeat it if I ain't get what he said. I remember I had this one. It was an accounting class, and I took accounting because I wanted to get like all the but anyway, you can everything is online now. You don't even really you can get it all online. But I remember he said, I'm just letting you know 45% of you are gonna fail. He said, I'm just letting you know that. He said, I'm failing 45% of you. And I did like this. I said, and because I went back, as I'm older. So I don't mind talking back to the teacher because I'm a grown ass man. So I don't mind talking. I said, well, wait a minute. How you know 45% gonna fail? He said, I'm gonna fail 45. I said, no, you're not. You work for us. Let's get that right, man. He said, excuse me. I said, no, ain't no excuse me. Well, you work for us. It ain't the other way around. I said, if you know you failing 45%, I said, something wrong with you. I said, you might want to look at your teaching. I said, I'm gonna evaluate you to see something ain't right here. I said, if you're gonna automatically fail 45%, you're doing something wrong. Okay. And man, he turned red in the face and looked at me. I said, I don't care. You can wear expressions all you want to. I'm passing this. And not only am I passing, I'm getting an A. Not only that, I said, I ain't sitting up here paying all this money and I'm gonna sit up here and fail now. That's not happening. He said, well, if you need the what did he say to me? Well, if you think you're gonna fail, I said, I didn't say I was gonna fail. But he said, well, if you need extra help, I said, no. I don't need extra help. I said, but I'm not gonna sit up here and fail either. I said, you shouldn't discourage people like that. So all of us, I said, your approach is wrong. Okay. I said, half these people don't even need this, what you're taught, because everything is online. They go research it. Okay. This shit is antiquated. Man, he turned beet red in the face after I finished with him. No, you don't tell people that. You don't discourage people like that. Like you getting a hard on for it. Sure. I was like, you lucky I don't report you. I don't like people like that. They try to have like power, like, oh, I got your GPA in my hand. And I said, okay. Oh man. But it was easy. Going adult is easy. It's the only difference is you got to manage your time if you're working. But you get used to it though. Believe it or not, them student athletes, they get used to the grind. They get used to not sleeping. They get used to. They're young, so they can do it. But yeah, you do got professors like that. They will tell you, like, some of y'all ain't gonna make it. And I told him that percentage is really high. I said, so it might be your approach. But he turned out to be really good though. He turned out to be really, really, really good. And I took him for more classes, his advanced classes in accounting, because he you might think he's hard, but he's really not hard. He's really not hard at all. You just got to do the assignments. That's it. I said, that's it? He said, yeah. He told me though, he said some people don't do the assignments. And but yeah, he wound up being a really, really cool dude. He had his own small firm, accounting firm. He's retired now. He's not in the business no more. He fully retired. And then the way things are going now, things are fully automated now. It's not, you still need to know the principles, but everything is just the computer and the AI does everything now. It's just like things are just changing. And but yeah, it's not too bad. You just get used to you get used to the grind. You really do. Get used to like, okay. I didn't sleep much, but I'm good. So I had a class with a few athletes because when I went back, my school had went to the Final Four, and it was like unheard of because it was a small school. Well, it's not compared to some schools, it's smaller, but it's not really that small. Went all the way to the Final Four. Had a few of the players in the class. They sat in the front. Most of them sat in the front because they couldn't fail. So they had to pay attention to every syllable came out of his mouth. But anyway, man, I'm out of here. I'll be back tomorrow before the game. But some people say this is a nice test for the team. So we'll see. VCU. Virginia Commonwealth. Remember they went to the Final Four one year. They went all the way to the Final Four. It was unheard of. You said, but some people think they have a God complex. But yeah, I was there when they went to the man. Listen, you would have thought it was New Year's outside. We were all on camp. It was crazy. It was crazy, man. I enjoyed every bit of that run. I enjoyed it. And then ultimately, they lost, it was Shaka Smart was the head coach at the time at VCU. But then he went on to Texas. Where did he go? Texas Tech? No, he went to Texas. And I don't know what he's doing now. Hold on, let me check. Let me see where he's at now. He was a really good coach. Let me see where he's at now. He's at Marquette. He's in the Big East Conference. His record is 75-30. He's a really good coach, man. Yeah, he did coach for Marquette. He was at Texas, but then he went to Marquette. But prior to that, he got his start at VCU. You said 10:35 CU Buffs. Okay, we're gonna see tomorrow. You said if it comes down to coaching, Baylor will win. What's up, Malik? You said they come down. We'll see. But I think this would be a nice game here. So football, that's it, man. But y'all have a good one. Y'all have a good night. And I will catch you guys tomorrow at some point. All right, y'all. Take care.